So
do you think Australia will improve this week?
I'd like to think so. I feel like if they don't, you'd throw your hat off at like the wall or something. But...
Oh, absolutely. I could have done that on the weekend. But what I'm saying is that you're saying that Argentina is going to improve. We had probably about 5 or 6 tries that should have been, we could have gotten tries, but we obviously decided to go for the 3. Ridiculous. Like Michael Hooper. I know Michael Hooper. The fact of the matter is that he's not going to care less what I have to say. No one who is in the industry will care less because they'll be like, oh, he's just another guy, another podcast dude, another guy online just saying it's the wrong decision. It's like, oh, it's the smart thing. Take the easy 3 points. Like, come on, man. Like, get out my face. Get out my face with the take the 3 points. It's the smart decision there. No, it's not. No, it is not the smart decision there. Put them to the sword. You are not winning the World Cup unless you put this team to the sword in that situation. You know, New Zealand are infamous for putting the foot down on the accelerator. They don't put it on the brake. Like, what do you mean you're giving the forwards some rest here? There was 8 minutes to go in the first half. There was 8 minutes to go in the first half, man. Why are you not putting the foot on the accelerator going into halftime? And there we go. The forwards can get a bit of a break there. You know, they were dominating possession after possession after possession. There was 8 minutes to go in the first half. You don't take the 3 in that situation from right in front. If anything, you get the scrum going, you push on over, or you can get a yellow card from that situation. And then if you really desperately, like you can't break over the line, then take the 3. Like if you give it a couple of cracks, but this is not the first time. There was multiple occasions in this game, I believe. Wasn't there a second half one he took the 3 from 5 out as well?
Quite possibly. Although you do also have that situation of, we saw it with the Springboks in the All Blacks game. The All Blacks went for the corner a couple times and that cost them around 6 points or so when they didn't take the easy South 3 opportunities.
South Africa is not Argentina. You know, South Africa is not Argentina. If this was us against South Africa, I would have been lucky to take the 3. Because I know that South Africa can come back. Not a single second of this game did I ever think Argentina were going to come back in this game. Did you ever get the feeling in any second? Did you actually get the feeling that at any second Argentina could come back?
I'll be honest. When I saw, I'm trying to remember what minute they scored their try. Was it in the second half or the first half?
I think it was the second half.
Just see exactly what.
I think it was the second half. But like, I never, and as a somewhat negative Australian, but then again, in the same sense, I'm positive, but I'm also very negative in the sense that I see right through this team right now, and that we had 2 good games, and then this wasn't. If we played New Zealand with this performance, we would have got beaten by 50. Well, maybe not. Maybe by 40 because our defense is really good.
Because Julian Montoya scoring in the 43rd, right at the start of that second half, I had a slight little glimmer of hope for the Argentines. I was like, oh, okay.
Glimmer of hope. Get out my face.
Maybe we are going to get to see them come out in the second half and really start pouring it on. But the big moment for me that well and truly just took it off the table was, first of all, that reversal of the penalty when Marcos Crema ended up shoving the guy. And it was Marika Conorbidi he ended up pushing over, and then he ended up getting that reversal with a penalty when they had one that would have been straight out in front, which they could have gone for the corner or they could have taken the 3. And then that was the one where I was like, okay, this is probably, unfortunately, going away from Argentina from any chance of coming back. And then that next one, when he got the yellow card for foot tripping the man, I was like, nah, it's dead and buried now, unfortunately. It does mean that the Wallabies are going to be able to get it. And then it became, are they going to be able to push towards their bonus point, though, the Wallabies? Because they will want to be chasing it. But then it's not quite able to get there.
So that's the thing. Like I said, and we'll move on to the All Blacks and South Africa game. But like that's the thing with me. It's like there's 2 polar sides here, polar opposite sides here. One side being I am ecstatic that my team has come off 3 straight losses to New Zealand and has now been able to put ourselves back into the top 3 by beating South Africa twice, the champions twice, and then also beating Argentina. And then I'm not going to lie to you, I think that it's going to be even bigger this week because I think that surely we can get a better performance than what we've just seen. But then again, you think Argentina will compete? Or it's interesting to see. I'm not saying it's completely out of the question because I know what this Australian team can be like, but I was very disappointed in the way that we competed in this last game, despite winning by 20 points. So I'm in a very good position to be complaining about, but I am still complaining nonetheless. And I don't think that many Wallabies fans out there will disagree with the fact that it was a disappointing win, if you can say that. Because it's like, for example, let's say we beat Tonga and we beat Tonga 15-0. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a win. That's not a good win, though. Like, you'd be expecting to win against Tonga 80-0, but New Zealand won 102-0. So that's the only way I can kind of compare it. Like, just because you win doesn't necessarily mean, especially in the rugby world too, you can definitely see the differences of the wins. Winning 102-0 versus Tonga, or winning 15-0 against, say 50-0 against Tonga, there's still a lot of room for improvement to win that. And I'm sorry to keep going at Tonga here. Like, I love you, Tonga. I really do. I love you, Tonga. But you did lose that game. So you are a good focal point for this kind of discussion point. But let's move on here. Congratulations, Australia. We won 3 in a row. Hopefully we can make it 4. But please, sort your shit out and don't take 3 points from 5 metres out when we're dominating.